guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday to everybody. So today I'm going to share with you basically my top picks from NYX Cosmetics. So a best in the brand type video. I plan on doing videos like this for other brands as well. So look for those coming up in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, if I can stick to a good schedule. I do want to warn everybody that the door is open behind me because Stella is downstairs watching cartoons, so there is a chance that she may join us at some point, in which case you guys will get an additional show. Okay, so I have tried quite a bit from NYX, and I can honestly say that they are probably one of my favorite drugstore brands. In terms of some very specific products. I don't think that NYX does everything super well. However, I think that there is quite a bit that they do extremely well that is actually on par with even a lot of like the higher brands that I've tried. So I'm going to go ahead and share that information with you guys. NYX can be found, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, Fred Meyer actually has pretty big displays in their beauty departments now. Ulta carries NYX. I know that there are other grocery stores that carry the brand as well. There's also the NYX website, and the NYX website is great because not only do they often send out coupon codes, but it's free shipping over $25. And I think that's a really good deal. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I will tell you the couple of things that I don't think NYX does very well, and I don't have examples to show you because I didn't keep those products. I have tried several of the primers from NYX. They didn't work for me. I have extremely oily skin, and there is very little that works for my oily skin. I have something that works extremely well, and it's the Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer. The NYX primers just felt very like gummy and sticky, and they didn't control my oil at all. And so for that reason, I ended up giving those away to my nieces. I don't know if they worked any better for them, but just for me personally, wasn't a good fit. I've also tried a couple of different NYX mascaras. I didn't really care for the mascaras either. The couple that I tried, the formula seemed to be extremely wet, and that's just not something that I care for in a mascara. I'm much more into volumizing my lashes versus adding length. I feel like length, you need a wet formula for that. I feel like when you want volume, a thicker, just less runny type of mascara really fits the bill better. So didn't really care for the mascaras. However, let's start talking about what NYX does do really well. I feel like NYX makes really amazing pigmented blushes. These are just two examples here, and I actually have a third, and this is a holy grail item for me, but we'll talk about this in a second. The two that I have here are pinched, and this one is a shimmer. The shimmers in the NYX blushes are really fine. You don't find a lot of like chunky glitter. They apply really smoothly. They're creamy, they're pigmented, and they last a good part of the day. This one here is peach, which is kind of, this is a pretty popular one, so this is what it looks like. I've actually gone through a couple of these. That's how much I actually like this blush. It's just a really pretty pinky peach. I don't think it's correctly named. I don't look at this and say, that's peach. It's more of a pinky, slight hint of peach. Like I said, they're just fantastic. Now, this is technically also a blush. This is called Taupe. I don't use this as a blush. I don't know who would. Taupe is what I use every single day of my life to contour, including today. I realize that it's pretty bright here right now, so I look a little bit washed out. I tried to play with the lighting. This is as good as we're going to get today, but I use this every single day to contour my cheekbones, the sides of my nose. It is such a great product. I go through these probably like one every like 3 to 4 months because I use it every single day. This is the best contouring powder that I've ever used, hands down. And it's $5. I really, really highly recommend seeking this out. If you are someone who has a skin tone similar to mine, I just feel like it's the most natural shadow that you can get from a product like this. like NYX, and I have one of these in my purse as well, NYX does a really great blotting powder. Having really oily skin, it's important for me to be able to have just a powder that I can easily touch up with. This is the NYX Blotting Powder. It comes in a couple of different colors. This one here is light, and it's basically translucent. These work beautifully. I basically just kind of use a fluffier brush to dip in there, and it just helps to basically not pick up, but get rid of that extra shininess without making you look cakey or just like you've overdone it with your base makeup. It glides beautifully over the mineral foundation that I use. Just a great product and super inexpensive. It does come with a little puff as well. I throw the puffs away. I don't use those. What I will do is just take a piece of tissue paper or toilet paper and sort of blot up the extra oil, and then just take a fluffy brush. And I have one downstairs in my purse that I take along with me for, when I'm out and about, which is rare, but when I am. And I just sort of, brush it over my face, and it takes away all the shine, and it keeps it away for quite a while. So I feel like the NYX blotting powder is a awesome, super inexpensive thing to throw in your purse and just go. My favorite NYX lip products are no doubt the NYX Butter Glosses. I have several of these. I only grabbed one to show you guys. These are right around $5. This is the color Creme Brulee. I feel like these give a decent amount of pigment, but more than anything, they just feel so good on the lips. They are not sticky. They're not gummy. They have a nice, pleasant kind of vanilla scent to them. They just are really nice for the price. And gloss isn't something that I'm completely obsessed about, and so I rarely will buy high-end glosses, but I feel like the NYX Butter Glosses definitely compete with a lot of higher-end lip glosses. They just feel so good on the lips. They're moisturizing. Like I said, they're not super sticky or anything like that, and I feel like the pigmentation is really great for only being a gloss, so I really recommend seeking these out if you haven't. Okay, I feel that one of the best things that you can do for your makeup routine is to get an eye primer. Not only does it help with the longevity of your eyeshadow, it helps prevent creasing, it keeps the color much truer when you apply your shadows, it sort of grips the shadows, and it just keeps everything in place longer. NYX does make a really great eye primer. I'm wearing it today. This is the NYX High Definition Eyeshadow Base. I'm not a huge fan of this being in the doe foot applicator form. Basically, I just kind of wipe it off on my finger and then apply it on my eyelids. But this is a really great eyeshadow primer. Eyeshadow primers they're a big deal to me because they really revolutionized my eye makeup for me years ago when I finally discovered them. And this one is great because it smooths everything out. It has a little tiny bit of color to it to where it takes away it takes away a slight amount of discoloration. It's not going to completely blot everything out. It's not going to be like a concealer, but it takes out enough of that redness, and then once you apply your regular shadows over it, it just makes them wear so much longer, and the color is just truer and just easier to work with overall. This one's fantastic, and again, it's right around $5. That's a super great deal. You don't have to go out to spend $20 on, what am I thinking of? The Urban Decay Primer Potion, or the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, or the Lorac eye primer. You don't have to spend a ton of money, but I think it's worth investing in one overall. So if you've been under a rock and you've never purchased one, or you're looking for a new one to try that is drugstore, the NYX HD High Definition Eyeshadow Base is a great one. Okay, I feel like NYX also does pigments really well. Now, I don't know if they still make these two specifically. I know they have a pigment of some sort. These I purchased, I think, from the NYX website a couple years ago, and they remind me of the MAC pigments. They're beautiful, they're creamy. Hang on, I'm trying to get this guy out of here. I've actually used a decent amount of this guy. So this is the Iced Mocha Chrome Eyeshadow. I mean, they're just beautiful. Like, oh, my hands are really dry. The pigmentation is awesome. You do have to put them over, obviously, a primer. That's how they work best. But, well, here, this is nice and awkward. They just are a really, really nice, loose shadow. I mean, that's essentially what pigments are, right? So this one is the Dramatic Chromatic Eyeshadow Pigment. And then I think they sell them now in more of like this style of packaging. These are called the Ultra Pearl Manias. And this is in the color Mocha Pearl. And so it just has like this little top here. But basically all you do is like just get some on your finger, and then this isn't, the packaging isn't the best, but geez Louise, my fingers or my hands are so dry that like things don't want to stick. But I just feel like these pigments are absolutely fantastic. I don't know, unless there's a really beautiful color that is super unique that you can only find at MAC. There's other places to get pigments, and I feel like NYX made a really great pigment. Last thing I'm going to talk about, there are several different types of eyeshadows that I have tried from NYX. I've tried some of their palettes. I don't feel like the quality of the shadows in the palettes is quite as good as the quality of the shadows in their singles. So these are the singles that come in this square type packaging. Let me wipe off just so I can show you guys the pigmentation. They're extremely soft and buttery. The consistency almost reminds me of like the Lorac shadows. I mean, you can see this picked up quite a bit of product here. They're just really, really pretty. And the other color that I have here, so that color that I just showed you was called Root Beer. And then I also picked out a lighter one here. And this one is called Aloha. And they're just really pretty, really great to work with. Two other eyeshadows that I wanted to be sure to show you guys are these are the NYX Hot Singles eyeshadows, and these come in a couple of different kinds of finishes, but I really prefer their matte finishes. This is the color Happy Hour. These are amazing matte eyeshadows. If you've never tried these Hot Singles, you must try them. These I purchased most of mine at Fred Meyer's, so they have quite a decent selection there. Another one are the Nude Matte Shadows, and this here is the color Bare My Soul. I've actually used this on my brows before. This is actually a really great brow color as well, but I just feel like the pigmentation on these is fantastic. They're easy to work with. They're not patchy. You know, these are really nice and buttery and apply just beautifully. They last all day with, again, a primer. And I just feel like NYX makes really great single eyeshadows. Again, I don't prefer the palettes because I feel like the quality of those shadows is different. I don't know why they would do that, but they're not the same. So single eyeshadows from NYX are definitely winners for me. So those are my picks for best of the brand from NYX. I think that they do a lot of really, really great products, and for the price point, they are an incredible deal. So if you've never picked anything up from NYX, I would say my top 2 recommendations for you would be to try the NYX Blush in Taupe for Contour and get one of the Butter Glosses if you haven't. They're really, really great glosses, and like I said, the price point is phenomenal for the type of product that you're getting. It feels very high quality. Also, for those of you that like cruelty-free makeup, NYX is a cruelty-free brand, so that's good. Please let me know down below what your favorite products are from NYX, and Let me know if you have any ideas of like some other brands that you would like for me to sort of go towards first, or, you know, if you're just kind of open to whatever. You know, I intend on doing both drugstore and high-end, so let me know your suggestions down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.